It's Foster's home for imaginary friends on Cartoon Network.
Hello, Alice. I came to ask if you had already finished reviewing the first levels of the game. The superiors are rushing me too much these last few days due to the launch of the game.
We have already solved some bugs in the level 5 minigame. Some zombies returned to the starting point as soon as they reached the red line. It was quite strange but fun. The other levels are already finished.
Good, because this whole process will have to be fast from now on. We need to finish the game in less than 2 months. The superiors are too rushed and want to launch the game on April 12th.
What?
Yes, I know, it's too much work, and I think the superiors lost their mind. The game is not even close to being finished. It's complete stupidity that it could be finished in less than 2 months.
The game is in a very early phase of development. Still, not even the 4th phase of the game is finished. Also, those negative levels that they added are too peculiar.
Wait, what do you mean by negative levels? Are you referring to the limbo page?
No. The negative levels? The levels that go in reverse, like the level -1 or the level -2.
Come on, Alice, this is not funny.
No, seriously. There are negative levels in the game, and they are, well, too creepy to tell truth. I didn't know they wanted to turn this game into a bloody festival of demon plants.
Alice, what the fuck are you talking about?
Chris, I'm not lying to you. They are something distressing levels, with that sunflower watching the... designs were too horrible. Everything seemed straight out of a strange nightmare. There have already been reports of the appearance of certain characters that do not exist within the game, including levels that should not be within the game. All this only makes me think that it is as if the game itself had life and could create itself.
I don't really know what you're getting at with this, but there's no such thing in the game. I haven't heard anyone else reporting anything strange in the game. Most of the strange things that you and the others are seeing are errors in the game. Maybe you've been too tired the last few days of the week. Developing this game has taken away all of our sleeping hours. I don't know. Maybe one day you were quite tired in the early morning trying the game. And maybe you were between asleep and your brain made you see something that maybe... A game with life seriously, Alice? What's next? Are you going to tell me that an elephant is going to come through that door and reward us all with medals for discovering that a game has demons inside? None of the games that we have developed here for more than 8 years have ever had any shit like that.
Chris, I can't believe you've been working on this game since last year and you're so blind that you still don't realize that this game isn't normal or anything like what this company has created with the other games. I don't think it's normal to see in-game help messages during games. I don't think it's normal for the game to change constantly. I don't think it's normal for a Snowpea to start talking in the middle of a game and say code words while playing strange sounds. I have so many more examples that could demonstrate it.
None of that is normal because it doesn't exist. Just think about the consequences if the company released a shitty game like that. Exactly, they would lose too much money because no one would want to buy this. Do you think that if all this you say were true, they would let it go overlooked?
I have a better one for you. What if Popcap Games wanted all this from the beginning in the game? A customizable game with a unique experience for each player. I don't think it is a simple accident that a white pea shooter with black eyes can communicate with the player. Texts appear in the game that do not seem to talk about the game itself. Sometimes these texts talk about things like hell, or a kind of apocalyptic world where there is no hope. The appearances of distorted plants. That sunflower with crying eyes. The white pea shooter that I mentioned. The bee plant. It is assumed that it was discarded last year, but they have already reported appearances of that plant in the game. The plants discarded from the game appear in certain levels with their face completely blurred.
Well, I suppose that in some way you want to express your creativity because I don't find any logic in anything you're telling me. Jesus, Alice, is a game for children. It's just some plants fighting zombies. There's no more science. Or better said, there are no evil spirits. Oh, some kind of artificial intelligence that can create these supposedly paranormal events within the game. Everything is completely illogical and stupid.
Okay. I guess probably everything I saw, according to you, was false. And supposedly everything was part of some kind of collective dream between several programmers and me for not sleeping for days. Programming this thing. Right. If I say it like that, it sounds too stupid, don't you think?
It sounds much more logical than everything you dreamed of anyway. I think we should revisit this topic, okay?
What's happening? Are you afraid to think that the game has souls in it? How cute you are.
Doesn't this kind of topic just seem ridiculous to me? A cursed game full of demon souls? It's a fucking story for children. I just want to forget everything, okay?
Forget what? Chris? Are you okay? Chris. I was just joking. Okay? Something happened to you with the game and you just want to forget it, right?
I don't want to talk about it, Alice, okay? Just forget it.
Chris, if something happened, you can tell me. I'm sorry for what happened to you, Chris. But I want you to know that all this is affecting us all. And we can't say anything to anyone.
Just leave me alone, Alice. This fucking game is not cursed. It is not cursed for the love of God. It is not.